everybody, welcome back to Five for Family. So glad that you're joining us again this week. So our reader is someone who could not possibly love our kids any more than he does. And he plays one fantastic Goliath. So, Mr. Orlando, on to our story.
Well, hello everyone. Haven't seen everybody in months. It seems like years. I hope everyone is doing well, making current adjustments and adaptations to COVID quarantine. I know you guys are out of school. I hope you guys are actually maintaining not only your Sunday school lessons or trying to stay in the Word with your parents, but also maintaining some type of educational material as you are at home for so-called summer break. So today, Mr. Orlando is going to read a story to you guys, and it's very important that you listen because it's very intriguing. Because when I read the story myself, it made me think. So listen up, and you're going to be very intrigued by it, and it's going to make you think as well. This is called Operation No More Tears, and it's from Isaiah 9, 11, 40, 50, 53, 55, and 60. Do you know what your name means? Well, there was a man called Isaiah, and his name meant God to the rescue. That might sound like a bit of a funny name to you, but it was just the right name for Isaiah because God had a special job for Isaiah. You see, Isaiah's job was to listen to God and then tell people what he heard. Now, God let Isaiah know a secret. God was going to mend his broken world. He showed Isaiah his secret rescue plan, and it was called Operation No More Tears. This is the message God gave Isaiah. It was like a letter God wrote to his children. So listen up. You've been stumbling around like people in a dark room, but into the darkness, a bright light will shine. It will chase away all the shadows like sunshine. A little baby will be born, a royal son. His mommy will be a young girl who doesn't have a husband. His name will be Emmanuel, which means God has come to live with us. He is one of King David's children, the Prince of Peace. Yes, someone is going to come and rescue you, but he won't be who anyone expects. He will be a king, but he won't live in a palace, and he won't have lots of money. He will be poor, and he will be a servant. But this king will heal the whole world. He will be a hero. He will fight for his people and rescue them from their enemies. But he won't have big armies, and he won't fight with swords. He will make the blind see. He will make the lame leap like deer. He will make everything the way it was always meant to be. But people will hate him, and they won't listen to him. He will be like a lamb. He will suffer and die. It's the secret rescue plan we made from the beginning of the world. It's the only way to get you back. But he won't stay dead. I will make him alive again. And one day, when he comes back to rule forever, the mountains and the trees will dance and sing for joy. The earth will shout out loud. His fame will fill the whole earth as the waters cover the sea. Everything sad will come untrue. Even death is going to die. And he will wipe away every tear from every eye. Yes, the rescuer will come. Look for him. Watch for him. Wait for him. He will come. Love God. Poor Isaiah, man, he read God's letter over and over again to God's people, but no one listened to him at all, ever. They didn't want to hear God's promise. They didn't believe it. Did it sound maybe too good to be true? A story that ends happily ever after. Well, does it sound like a fairy tale? Doesn't it? And as anyone would quickly tell you, fairy tales aren't true. Or are they? Think about this. God sends you a scroll. He has a mission for you, but he tells you the whole story in this scroll. Could you imagine that? God chose you to be the one to tell his story, the truth of what's going to come in the future. Just think, no one believed you. They probably thought you would be crazy. I know they thought Isaiah was crazy. So think about that. God has a plan. It has already been written. It is already being performed. All we have to do is believe and wait on Him. Ha! My time is up. I'm going to hit the mark this time. 5 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. Talk to you guys soon. Hope to see you guys soon. I will be teaching next month. You guys take care. Love you all. Peace.
Thank you so much, Mr. Orlando. Now we're on to the question and answer portion of our session. So your first question, what did Isaiah's name mean? Press pause. What was Isaiah's job? Press pause. Who was God sending to take care of his people? Press pause. What would happen to the shepherd that God was sending? Press pause. How did the people respond to the letter? Press pause. How have you responded to the good news that Jesus came to rescue you? Press pause. Parents, if your child hasn't accepted Christ as their Lord and Savior, this is an excellent time to continue to share the gospel and explain who Jesus is and why he came. So, for our activities for tonight, these are kind of different, kind of fun. Our first activity, I want you guys to sit down as a family and talk about your names. Look up your names on the internet, see if they mean anything, or if you have a really unique name that your parent gave you, ask them why they gave you that name, what does it mean, and what do they hope for you to accomplish with that name. The next activity we have for you guys is to write a letter of how you would share the gospel with other people. So in the same way that God gave Isaiah a special letter, we want you to sit down as a family and think about how you can share who God is with other people. Love you guys so much, miss you so, so much, and can't wait to hear how the Lord is using time with Him and time with each other to grow your hearts. Love you.